Now with infertility expert Dr. Lucky Sekhon. She is a double board certified reproductive endocrinologist, and she has a new book out called The Lucky Egg. And you go by Dr. Lucky, so it's great to have you with us, and it's very helpful to have an IVF doctor. Having been through IVF myself, you've faced this as well with your second child. I like the name Dr. Lucky. That's like the right place to be in this.
I like to think it works well.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the book and why you wrote it.
I wrote this book. It was born from so many of the conversations that I've had with the thousands of women that I've helped to diagnose with infertility and help them overcome infertility towards their family building journey. I've just witnessed that there's such a massive knowledge gap when it comes to this topic. And it makes sense when you think about it. We go through most of our life not thinking about our fertility. And for many people, the last time they ever thought about their reproductive health was health class. And that's when the goals were very different. And so I feel like for all too long, people have been left to their own devices to kind of figure out and navigate what it takes to get pregnant and where to seek answers when things aren't going as planned in their 20s, 30s, and beyond. So I wrote this book to fill that knowledge gap and really provide evidence-based information, but also mental health support, because for many people, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And we really need to be able to support people and ensure they're not just getting to their destination, but that along the journey, we're keeping their mental health intact, their sense of self intact, and protecting their relationships and quality of life.
That's crucial. What are some of the biggest myths that people still believe about fertility?
Well, one of the biggest myths is that if you lead a healthy lifestyle and you do all of the right things, you take your vitamins, that you will be immune to the biological clock and you will not have problems with fertility. And I think this leads to a lot of denial. And even if you feel younger than your chronologic age, the biological clock, timing, biology, those are all real factors, and it's important to be realistic about that and have a true understanding so that you can make timely decisions.
Now, how will the Lucky Egg help people, whether or not they're currently trying to have a baby?
I hope that everyone reads this in their 20s. I hope they read it well before they even start trying, so that they can kind of get up to speed on how their bodies work and they understand the realities of timing and why it's important to know when they're ovulating. What are the different red flags that they should be looking out for, even when thinking about their cycles, and understanding where to go and when to go seek help if they're running into trouble, because it is a time-sensitive issue. And if you're in the trenches of infertility, understanding all the testing and the treatment and the acronyms, it can be like learning a new language.
It really is like learning a new language. And I remember the early days of sitting in the fertility clinics and feeling both overwhelmed, also excited about the prospect, but I felt anger at the time, because I looked around the room and I looked at all these women sitting there and they all looked just like me. We were people on a path, things, you know, we had spent so much time and energy working so hard, and all of a sudden, like you said earlier, all these things that we had done, eating right or taking vitamins or doing the things right, it wasn't leading to this thing that was everywhere. Everyone was pregnant. There were children everywhere.
Yeah, and I want people to know that this is not something that is a moral failing. You didn't do anything wrong. This isn't because you didn't try hard enough or want it. You know, it's really something that can happen out of your control. It does not discriminate, and you're definitely not alone. 1 in 6 couples will navigate infertility. So I really want us to be opening up this conversation so people feel like their story is represented. There's so many different types of family building journeys. Whether you're single and trying to preserve your fertility for the future, whether you are navigating building your family on your own or as a same-sex couple, or if you're a couple that's been trying and doing all of the right things and still not seeing that positive pregnancy test. I've been on both sides of the examination table, and what I can tell you is, while it's hard and it can be very overwhelming, if you arm yourself with the right knowledge, you can really move forward with confidence, and you should have hope, because all it takes is one lucky egg.
Well said. Thank you so much, Dr. Lucky. And the Lucky Egg is available now.